Good afternoon, Jai Hind. I think at the onset, thanks to the Adani Green Talks team for researching us, for inviting us. Special thanks to Mr. Srini for reaching out to me and making this platform available for entrepreneurs to be able to reach out to the world. So a big thank you and a big shout out to everybody here. I'm Lieutenant Col Monish Ahuja, the promoter, chairman, managing director of PRESPL, Punjab Renewable Energy Systems Private Limited. And we work in the space of farm agri residue to bioenergy. And I'm consciously using the word energy because the paradigm has shifted from electricity to energy. However, what we do uniquely is stop the open field burning of farm agri residue. And to give you the flavor, most of us sitting here, North India, pan-India, this is what we are today. Gray-black lungs. It should be pink. Do we know what's inside us? So somebody tells us. Who tells us? Please listen to this.
So I'm a chest surgeon who's been practicing in the city of New Delhi for 30 years now. So I have been operating on people's lungs for 30 years. And I have seen a change in the color of lungs of people. So from a mostly pink lungs, as I used to see way back in 1988 when I started my career at AIIMS New Delhi, only in smokers I would see black dots and black deposits. Today, I rarely see a pink lung, irrespective of the age of the patients I'm operating. We find that a large number of the chemicals which are present in the cigarette smoke are also present in the polluted air. So if chemical A, B, C, and D as part of cigarette smoke are known and accepted to cause lung cancer, and the chemicals A, B, C, and D are also present in the polluted air, do you need Einstein's brain to conclude that polluted air is causing cancer? And it's no wonder that not today, but 6 years back, WHO accepted polluted air as a carcinogen of category 1. Now today, our exposure is starting at birth. A child who's born in New Delhi city today, when air quality index is 600 plus, particle 2.5 is 500 plus, which is equal to 25 plus cigarettes. Every newborn who's born in the city of New Delhi is smoking 25 cigarettes from the first day of his or her life. And if you have smoking starting from the first breath of your life, by the time you are 25 years of age, you've been a smoker for 25 years.
So, a question for everybody here to answer. How many of you are smokers? Kindly raise your hands. And I think the audience should be all hands raised. But what's more worrying is the small kids sitting here, they are also smokers because of us. And our collective non-working in the segment where we have the solution. And what PRESPL has done in the last decade is show the solution within India and to the world. And today we are at a cusp of what we can do and deliver. So the Delhi problem is 42 million metric tons of rice paddy straw burning. 42 million metric tons. India is burning 1,500 million metric tons. That's the number. The second largest number of farm fires per square kilometer in India is Madhya Pradesh. The doctor doesn't talk about Madhya Pradesh. Are they not citizens of India? So as farm agri practice, for the fields to get cleared, the farmer burns it, and we need to provide a solution to the farmer. And the solution exists, so we'll talk about it. It's also got a cost. So the cost is closer to 3,000 rupees per ton of farm agri residue waste which we need to handle. And if that be the case, and it's a simple mathematics to do at 1,500 million metric tons, that's the quantum of capital required in a short period of 45 to 60 days. Even government is baffled how to bring this capital forward. So it needs public-private partnership. It needs long-term sustainable models. It needs such agri-residue to get converted to value so that at least even if we don't make money, we save on health, environment, and the social benefits. So how do we do it, or what did we go about it? We built with the farmer a village-level entrepreneur. Empower the farmer to enter into their fields and remove this farm agri-residue out and create a market in a decentralized manner in 40, 50 kilometers for that product, now value, carbon sequestered by photosynthesis, regular atmosphere. So we don't have to actually remove carbon from seabeds and coal mines, etc. You have carbon available, which we don't want it to be in the atmosphere. The plant takes it in a 4-month cycle and use this carbon molecule, carbon atom. And that's what we do. But how do we do it? We do it wherever it is pre-sold for us. So we do it for a third-party client. We do it for ourselves for converting it into energy. And this is the model. We engage with farmers. And if you look at the top 2 photographs, that's a use case in Karnataka and Haveri, where a gentleman in 12 months working with PRESPL bought a second-hand car, 2 new tractors, employs more than 30 people full-time with him, working around farm agri residue resource. And I'm not calling it waste because it's energy value. Look at how biomass comes to us when we go into an area, because we start providing market. And then we bring mechanization, then we bring equipment, then we bring resource, we bring training, we bring capital, we bring market, and now we bring product. So that's how it starts, moving. We do storage. So now a resource needs to go, because of a short window of aggregation, into warehousing, open field warehousing. We build warehouses, and then financial jugglery starts coming in. Working capital, warehouse discounting, product. And this is all what we have worked through. I read very recently about Adani Group having secured $500 million from USDFC. With all humility, it took me 5 years, and PRESPL secured 100% credit guarantee for this segment of value chain from USDFC. And the CEO USDFC came down to sign with me, said this is a model we need to take all over the world. And they told me, the smallest check we have ever signed is with you. So that's the kind of model. So we need equipment, specific to purpose, fit for purpose. And that's what we do: manufacture, design, innovate. So the photographs that you see here, all the trolley systems are specific to a type of biomass. Low bed, flat trolley to transport 12 to 14 tons per trolley trip, vis-a-vis what conventionally exists is 2 tons. Optimization, business model. And I personally believe with what is called as the KISS philosophy. Keep it sweet and simple. We tend to overcomplicate it. Solution is on the ground. So work with the KISS philosophy and put it on ground. And once it's put on ground, large corporates as yours, don't bash me for it, always tend to think, kaise hoga, nahi hoga, simple solution hai, chal raha hai. And we go and tell them, I used to go and tell them, hota hai, karna padta hai, हम करते हैं, हम आपको solution देते हैं, और जब हम आप कर को दे देंगे आपको, तब पैसे दे देना. And that's where we are today. We work with every large corporate, including we are promised to work with yours. Mr. Anil Sardana just walked out. He said, we have to work together, let's sign up. Mr. Suresh with Adani Gas, let's sign up. And yes, that's what we want to do, because we want to showcase you and believe in us that this is doable. Then we take into storage, because for a client, we need to deliver energy 24/7, 365 days without fail. Their production, chemical, pharma, brewery, drinks, anything, medicine cannot stop. And if they have to decarbonize, they need a solution which works. Today, I think I am here because my solutions are working in 18 states in India. It's working in 2 countries in Africa. It was not so 5-7 years ago. So the belief needs to start coming that it works. So we build warehousing. And it has to be fit for purpose, decentralized of what is locally available there. So vocal for local. So we use the farm agri residue which is available locally. Cotton stalk, corn cob, paddy straw, juliflora, etc. Storage. So again, we've started building warehousing. can be multi-purpose use. Now, one is how do you do it? And again, it's learning which we take from large corporate entrepreneurial houses like the Adani. The entire value chain has to be done, but you need to start somewhere. So we start with consulting. We build the ecosystem. We take it to supply chain management. We are the only consulting company division which what we give as a report, and we don't put a disclaimer short word on it. We deliver that report into actuality in terms of performance. Then we densify it so that now you can store it and move it. Then we build, own, and operate assets. Boiler assets, going into CBG assets, going into ethanol, sustainable aviation fuel, because now there is a market which has come. And we do various R&D with academic institutes, corporates, to continuously working for a singular aim of that biomass not burning in the fields and getting used for economic value. What's the impact? 200,000 tons per year, 150,000 tons of CO2 emitted, and through the banking channel, financial inclusion, putting money into the farmer VLE's bank account and reporting it, getting it audited. That's the kind of, and what we've achieved is an informal sector to bring it into a formal sector, into a corporate sector, a board-governed entity. And what we need today is hundreds and thousands of more PRESPLs in India and in the world. And I think this is something which should galvanize this platform. Lakhs of people hearing it online live should get galvanized that it can be done, provided you get on the ground to do it. We have a footprint, as I said, 18 states in India, internationally now. PRESPL got tagged in a tweet for winning the Mission Innovation Company in Vancouver, and that's how I learned. We didn't take the model there. They want 30 countries want this model to be adapted to ensure that the SDG goals that they've set get kind of preponed and enhanced, to work towards that. So where are we moving to? We are moving to biofuel. So the molecular part of the carbon is where we are moving to. Compressed biogas, 2G ethanol, drop-in fuel, sustainable aviation fuel, green hydrogen, all from biomass. But more importantly, in terms of the impact, we are also moving for replacement of wood. Somebody here spoke about carpet bombing and putting trees. We are a society where for every Hindu cremation, we cut 2 trees. So one side we are saying plant trees, but the other side we are saying we have a culture and we are going to cut trees. During COVID, I saw horror stories of single pyre, multiple bodies, and I called up somebody in Pune Municipal Corporation and said, I have briquettes lying, thousands of tons. Why don't I send it to you and you can give a Hindu cremation on this body? So I sent trucks of briquettes there. They couldn't do it. And I said, why couldn't they do it? Because nobody was on the ground. So we took that up as an initiative 3 years back. And I went to my board and I said, give me 1 crore to burn. And they said, what is this? I said, no, I want to do it. So my board gave me 1 crore to burn. In 3 years, I have burned that 1 crore. But what have I achieved? Or what have we achieved as a society? This is city of Aurangabad. Through tenders which urban local bodies did, understanding how cremation happens in India, the numbers speak for itself. This is data for 12 months. We started from 29%. This data shows 80% of Hindu cremation in city of Aurangabad is on 100% briquettes. And 60% of that goes to the farmer through the bank linkage numbers that I showed. Simple. So D2C segment. And now, for those 2 trees not being cut, carbon credit is available. So bulk of it is also financed. And we have gone to government and said, you are giving carbon credits for putting trees. Kindly allow us and give us carbon credits for ensuring trees don't get cut. Then somebody said, we want to do this from CSR. But is it allowed? So we went to government, and government has issued a notification saying cremation from CSR is allowed. So corporates can take it up. What would we be? An implementing arm. And many more PRESPL so. Now, again, I am ex-Fauji. My father was a Fauji. Bulk of my life, 2 years in each station. And how does entrepreneurship happen? One of the elements of it is the capital that you need to do something. 80% of the capital in PRESPL today, equity, debt, working capital, term loan, is foreign capital. And I talk to myself and I ask, what has happened to the Indian capital? What has happened to the Indian corporates? What has happened to the Indian banks? And we are working in India. So whatever I do and the growth that I achieve, actually money somebody would take away abroad. So can't we do things for ourselves and get that, it's time for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let's do it for ourselves. We know how to do it. And the adage of, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and then Jai Vigyan is the business model of PRESPL. That's exactly what we do. Top hierarchy, vertical hierarchy, everybody, ex-Fauji's all over India, we hire them. They know how to get trained, we train them. And then they do the job. And I get the time to come and speak to an audience like this. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.